Good afternoon, everyone, or good evening. I hope you're all well. Anyone that does join the chat could just let me know if the sound is okay and you can see something on the screen. I'll give you a little wave that way. How is everyone? I hope they're well. Just going to see if anyone else joins, and then I will crack on with some of the stream. Just getting a few things sorted on the laptop. Feels a little bit weird to be doing a live again. It's been quite a while since I've done one. Hi Lee, how are you? Could you do me a favour and just let me know if the sound and the picture's okay? Northern Rails 44. Hiya, welcome. Thanks for joining, both of you. And Ruben. Ruben, I tried to make you a moderator, and for some reason I couldn't get a link for your channel. Northern Rails, thanks for that. You can never tell with these things. I didn't want to leave it and put like an echo on it for a while and then forget to turn the other mic off. Anthony, hiya and welcome. Thank you for joining. So now there's a few people in the chat. Kind of just going to give you a little bit of a tour of what I've been doing upstairs, and also just a few new items that I've got for the layout recently. I'm also going to show you some ideas that I've got for some of the track that I've dug out of my box. I've pulled out some of the flexi track and found some of my 4th radius curves. So I've just been kind of putting them down, seeing what lengths and working out how much I'd need to kind of go around the layout. So it's been quite a productive day for me, actually. I've had my daughters up here. They've been helping me get the last 2 baseboards finished. I've had a little bit of a tidy up upstairs before going live. On recommendation of Jason at Barnabas Junction, I've also picked myself up one of these. So he had watched my previous video and suggested that rather than me chiseling out some notches for my cabling underneath, that I had put some 10mm holes, like 3 holes through the sides of the baseboards. So I picked that up today, so I'll get those done. I think that's less work for myself if I'm actually excuse me, if I'm actually drilling the holes rather than chiseling them all out and stuff. I think it'll look a lot neater, and then I can feed the wires through. So thanks Jason for that one. That was a great tip, really appreciate it. So many people have commented on sort of like the extra supports and stuff for the legs. Nothing is fixed down yet because I've still got all the holes to drill. I've still got to paint all the tops, still have to level everything off. So everything that you will see today is all just the baseboards are down. It just needs the kind of final fix. So I'm hoping within the next sort of 2 or 3 days that once I've got those bits finalized, that I'll then start popping down the first loop. Talking of Jason, welcome. I was just saying that after your Facebook message, or messages, should I say, yesterday, I popped down to the shop and got that 10mm drill bit to drill the holes into the baseboards. I thought that was a great idea. So yeah, sorry, going back to what I was saying, is basically just getting the last little bits down and finished, and then hopefully later this week I should be then on to doing my first loop of track. The first inner loop will be a 4th radius, which I've got set track for those curves, and then what I'll be doing is making flexi track curves after that, because then I can make them slightly wider. I've had a little play with some of the bits of track in the corner, and I will need to add in some sections in the corner just so that the curves can go around, because otherwise it will take up too much of the board space and stuff, and because they're only 2 foot wide, I will need to add in sort of about 10-15 centimeters or so on a curved section. So I'll just add a little bit of board in there and get those put in, and then my first sort of set of running sessions will be on that first loop, and then I will build kind of around that. So that'll be my first kind of fix. So let's just have a quick check in the chat in case I've missed anyone. Jason, always happy to offer advice. Oh yeah, no, I really appreciate it. You know, there's so many people that are adding comments on different suggestions for all the legs and everything else as well. And there's so many things that I haven't thought about and I need to still do. I'm definitely going to be putting in some extra supports on the legs. I've still got 3 legs to finish over on the back section. I basically put that board in today, the one behind me, which I'll show you in a few minutes. I put one of the supports in and that's been braced in. I've also going to look at doing the supports for the underside of the legs just to give them a little bit of strength as well. So I'll put the supports in and then have them braced to the floor and that as well, so it's all just nice and secure. But while I'm still going to be moving sections out and drilling and stuff, I'm not going to be doing that as yet. But definitely before I lay any track whatsoever, I'm definitely going to be adding in the supports afterwards, and not just getting carried away and laying track. You know, the layout that I had in the garage was very just sort of thrown together just to try and get a train running, where this is more of like a process and stuff. And just gonna have a quick check in the chat. So Robin, thank you very much for joining. Yeah, that back scene, Jason, is just an old Gauge Master one that I had from my old layout. I've basically just kept a few of them just so that I can, if I just spin you around a little bit, it's basically just to cover some of the brickwork that I've got at the back there. What I am doing is, if I can bring you up a little bit, so I've got like a metal mallard sign up there that my wife bought for me, and also the clock on the wall. So what I'm going to do is hide a lot of that brickwork and just cover it up with like pictures and artwork and stuff. So I just thought with this kind of back scene here, because I'll be having a raised section, what I'll actually be doing is putting the back scene above the raised section. I'll just Bring the camera back down again. Have a quick drink. It's so strange being up in the loft. You know, all those times of sitting in the garage and stuff and just hearing all the cars. I know you probably just heard a car go past them, but all I can hear, because now where I live is very much sort of on the back end of like the countryside and stuff, all you can hear is the birds. So when I'm up here, you know, sort of early in the morning after finishing work, all you can hear is just all the birds and stuff. So it's actually quite nice being up here. Probably not going to be saying that in the summer when it's a bit too hot, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. I mean, my garage was always absolutely freezing, so I can't complain. Well, that's what most British people do it anyway, is complain about the weather. So, all right, so I'm just going to crack on with a few little bits. And while I saw that he was in the chat as well, and unfortunately I can't put him as a moderator or put his link in the chat, but I've been talking to a guy whose name's Ruben. You might have seen him posting earlier. A big hello to everyone. Ruben's Adventures. Now he has a model railway channel. I think he's only posted 1 or 2 videos from what I can remember. I mean, he hasn't posted in a while, but we were talking over Facebook and he said he's going to be posting again another video this month. And I think it's Great Western Railway and Heritage. I think that he's, like I say, posting a video later on this month. Ruben, if I have got it wrong, I do apologise. But he was, so he's all sort of Great Western themed, and he had some kind of rolling stock that he wasn't going to be using anymore. And because my layout's very sort of varied and stuff, it's going to have sort of a modern image on the top layer, and then it will be a steam era kind of down the bottom. He offered me some wagons and some Bachmann Scenecraft stuff as well. So I didn't even know really much about the Bachmann Scenecraft range, but taking it out of the box, and I'll show you in a minute, it's absolutely, you know, brilliant quality. So I just want to say a massive thank you to you, Ruben. You've always like supported my channel from the beginning, and same with all of you that have joined as well. You know, you've all sort of supported me all the way through, and I, you know, really appreciate it and stuff. So it's yeah, it was really nice to chat with Ruben and stuff, and he kindly offered me these wagons. So I'll show you the first one. So we've got the Bachmann Pickfords. Hopefully you can see with the box on there. It's quite nice to actually get some proper rolling stock. You know, I've got about 20 foot now on the straight, so having a decent rake will be quite nice. Also got this one here, so it's Bachmann branch line. I hope it's not too shiny. I'm looking on the screen. Don't think it's too shiny that you can actually see it. That's a nice sort of bit of tarpaulin over that, so that looks quite nice. Got some Oxford Rail stuff as well. I've always found that Oxford Rail probably, you know, one of the cheapest like wagons you can get, but the quality and the running of them, you know, I would probably buy these over a lot of people spending sort of nearly, what we're talking now, £20+ pounds, even £30 for wagons. You know, these are quite good. There's no information for what that one is, but that's just Leamington, like a coal wagon. It's got like a coal load inside as well. Got a Persil wagon as well. It's not the right one for the box, but it's a nice little wagon on that one. Another one with some sort of stone load inside. Now, these will look good for, you know, the freight steamer that I'll have. And there's another one there. Hope you can see it. Sorry about the shine. I've got loads of lights behind me because I don't have proper lighting in here. So I've got 3 lamps and another one, which I'll show you in a minute, just lighting all this area. So yeah, some really nice wagons. And there was one more, but I don't know where I've put it. But now I'll show you some of these scene craft things that I've got. And the first one is like this engine shed, and it's got like the water feature on it as well, which is this one here. So I was thinking, you know, that would be absolutely perfect. And when, you know, Ruben sent me over the so I'm hoping that's coming out all right. Yeah, when he sent me over the photos, you know, I was absolutely blown away by the quality of these. And, you know, when I took them out of the box and stuff, they really do look good. I mean, it's all like pre-weathered and everything as well. It's got some sort of like resin water tower on top there as well. But I think that would be a lovely little building. And then also there's the Weybore Road Bridge as well. So it's a bit of a curved bridge. You might have seen it in one of the pictures that I posted where I had the HSTs coming out on the community tab. I'll probably raise it up on a couple of blocks or something, sort of scratch build something underneath. But that'll look pretty good. Yeah, so, you know, it's things like this that you can kind of put some ideas together of, you know, how things are going to look. So I've already got so many like ideas running around my head and stuff. So yeah, a big shout out to Ruben for that. And what I'll do, Ruben, is add your channel link when I find it into the description of the video. Some other things that I've brought, so just going onto some sort of like rolling stock and stuff like that. I picked up these, and now I went to Didcot and saw the Siphon G wagons. These are the old Lima ones, but you know, it's got metal wheels and stuff. Bit of weathering on them, they'll look quite good. I think that is it a Cura Scale bringing out the new Siphon G wagons, I think, in all different liveries, but I've been after these for quite a while. So I've got a rake of 3 of those. I'll probably get rid of the sort of white roof and weather that down. But I'm thinking that will look quite nice, you know, to add on to a rake or something. So I've got like 3 of those. And then also came in a post, I think it was this morning. So I just picked up this old Lima parcels van, which will go quite nice with my LMS stuff. Obviously, you know, I'm into my LMS, you know, having like the Duchess of Sutherland and stuff like that as well. The bogies seem a little bit loose on it, but they're, you know, metal wheels and stuff like that. So I think that'll look quite nice. So just going to have a quick look. That's all I've really got to show you on those side of things. Let me just have a little quick look, because I think someone has joined and I haven't seen. Let's go back. Callie Ashford, thank you for joining. I know that you're busy at 5:30, so thanks for taking the time to pop in and say hello. And you're getting the Dapol at Hinton Manor Hall. Oh, that sounds very nice. Amy, thank you very much for joining. Jason's those covered cement wagons. Ah, right, okay, now I know what they are. Thank you for that. So when it comes to loco names and wagon names, I'm absolutely terrible. But yeah, I'll definitely look, to get maybe a few more of those as well. James Galton, thank you very much for joining and welcome. I hope you're well. Lee has posted Ruben's channel on there, so thanks for that, Lee. If anybody wants to post their own channels in, please feel free to do so, or if anybody's on a moderator and can do it for me, that would be great. Jason, I will add you in at some point as moderator if I can do it whilst I'm here. Northern Rails, what lighting have you got up there? So I've just got some at the moment. I've got 3 LED desk lamps and just a freestanding upright lamp which is probably not actually doing much, but I will show you in a minute on what I'm using. But I've been looking at some LED strip lights to go across the battens and across the battens on either side of the layout. So hopefully I should get that sorted. Andrew Dobson, thank you very much for joining. I hope you're well. Will at Hartfilia Railway, thank you very much for joining. Good to see you on here. I hope you're doing well too. Thank you, Jason, for the shout out for the thumbs up. So yeah, if anybody could hit the like button either on the way in or on the way out, that would be absolutely fantastic. Right, I think I'm all caught up. If I haven't caught anybody's names and stuff, or I've missed you out in the chat, I do apologise. Try to read through everybody's comments and stuff like that. So yeah, some really nice comments about the wagons and stuff. Definitely some really nice things in there. I think seeing all that now, it makes me want to get the trains running, but I know I need to be patient and wait for these boards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the camera off the tripod, give you a little bit of a walk around, kind of where I'm at with the layout, show you some of I've temporarily put down just a couple of lengths of flexi track because I was just measuring out sizes and stuff. So I hope I'm not going to make you feel too ill, and I hope that you can just take this off the stand. Or actually, no, maybe I'll move it with the stand in because it's doing a good job holding it still. Excuse me. Let's take it off charge. Right, so I'm going to move it around. All right, hang on. I'm just seeing a couple of questions on the chat. So, what is the size of the layout when finished? That's from Andrew Dobson. So the each main length is 22 foot, and then the width is just a fraction under 11 foot. So that's going to be the main running session. If I like pan you round down to the end, and there's still about another 5 or 6 foot behind me. So this will be like the main loop section. And then over where that corner is, that will then become a straight down, probably another 8 foot or so for a fiddle yard. And then I'll have the same on the other side as well, just so that I don't have to have any sort of train storage in here. This will be purely like the running session side of things, and then all my shunting and stuff can be done kind of out the way. So that's kind of the plan. And who loves my hideously green carpet that I found up here? So yeah, that's a brief thing on the side. Northern Rails, hopefully going to get some videos done soon to try and boost my channel. If there's anybody that can pop a link in for Northern Rails 44, or if they can subscribe to his channel, give him a little boost. And I'm sure we're all looking forward to seeing some videos, so I'll definitely make sure that I keep an eye out on that. Chris, welcome, and thank you very much for joining. I hope you're okay after your live stream the other day. You kind of sort of disappeared. I know you came back on for the second time, but I'm guessing there was a few issues and stuff like that, but I hope you managed to get them sorted, and it was only just the Wi-Fi or something like that that was causing problems and nothing else. Railway 187, thank you very much for joining. Yeah, there has been quite a lot of progress actually. I mean, it's still taken a month to get this far, but it's doing pretty good. And there's my wife. She's not she's not been up to see how big this layout is, and I've shown her a couple of photos, but I don't think the photos show actually what the size of the layout is. So yeah, 22 foot by 11 foot. So it's basically what does it cover? It covers like the front room and half the kitchen, or a corner of the kitchen. So everyone's saying great size for the layout. Am I having a ray section? Yeah, so I will be. So let me just spin you around again. So let me just show you. What can I show you? Basically, where the height of these, like probably just a little bit higher than what that bridge is, to be honest. I will have a raised section here, and then this back piece here will then become like tunnels, walls, cliffs and stuff stretching all the way around, and then there'll be about a foot going back towards the wall. So it will probably, yeah, the height of the box, I would say, on there. And then I should be able to have 1 or 2 rails that will go on there, probably a 2 rail, and that will be more sort of the modern image stuff that will have on there. And then down here will be my you know, sort of steam locos and stuff. I'll give you a proper tour around now. I'm just going to catch up on the chat again, because I don't want to miss anyone out. Chris, I think you've shared someone's channel or your own channel. Like I say, I don't mind if anybody wants to share anyone, or they know of a good channel, just pop it all in there, and if people can check it out, then that would be absolutely perfect. I hope the Loft is better insulated than the garage. So one side underneath that felting, I felt through it and it has been, so I've got some felting up the end there that's been insulated on one side, but then the other side hasn't. But there was talk of potentially putting a new some new slates and stuff on the roof and having the roof done. So another idea of this layout being able to be moved is if I need to sort of push the tables out the way and stuff and get them covered while the roofing's been done, then that's you know, another thing that I've had to consider as well. So at the moment it's not, but I'm thinking with the summer, you know, it's going to be warm up here anyway, and I can just deal with some fans or, you know, air conditioning unit or something like that. And then in the winter, hopefully I'll, you know, have that sorted. So raised, Jason says my raised area is 4 inches above the main baseboard. So let me just have a look. I can't even envision what 4 inches is. Oh yeah, so yeah, 4 inches is like kind of the top of that bridge there anyway. So just thinking, yeah, I'll probably be doing about the same actually. It's just above those boxes there. So yeah, so I'll definitely be doing the same. Sorry, I just realised that my jacket and stuff was in the way there. Stuart from St Mary's Church. Thank you for joining. I hope you're well. Right, so let's move this camera out. So apologies if it's going to be really shaky. I'll try and keep it as still as I can, and then I'll come back. So I'll move my drink out of the way. So this is where I'm kind of sitting at the moment. So I've just got a little chair there. These are the lightings that I'm using. So I've just kind of clipped them. I try not to shine it in your face too much, but they're sort of some round warm lights in there. I've got 3 of those above me, just kind of lighting this area. I just kind of wanted to give enough lighting to be able to show at least some of the section. I've today finished this board that connects the 2 boards together. So that's all done in there. I've secured in there and also bracketed already this leg. You can see the clip down where that power cable is there. I've fastened it to that side as well, and some in the bottom. I've still got a lot more to do and put some more legs in. We put another leg in there and another leg in for the corner, but it is quite really like sort of sturdy and stuff at the moment. So each board is about 2 foot wide and about 8 to 9 foot in length. Just walking you down now to the other end. So I've now fixed in this one. I've got a leg behind me pre-cut, but I didn't have enough time before the live stream started to be able to put the last leg in the middle. So I'm going to pop that in just to support that until I get to come back up here again. So the first, like these corners, they'll definitely be sort of like a 4th radius, and then slightly less after that. My old layout in the garage was only like a kind of 4th radius. No, sorry, it was the 1st radius curves that I was using, and my trains just wouldn't handle it at all. So I'm thinking starting with 4th, you know, definitely shouldn't have any problems with that at all. And then moving around, so all that corner's complete. Just got loads of junk that I've kind of cleared and moved out the way. and just boxes of train stuff underneath. Here's my interesting lamp there as well, just to give a bit more lighting, so apologies if I've just shined it all in your face. So moving down here, so this is the next board that then brings you back to where I've been sitting. This is kind of the track plan that I have been doing here. So I brought well, I didn't buy, but my wife bought some Pico Flexi track. So one length of it, which is about 1 meter, will fit in there before it then starts to do 2 double 4th radius curves. So as you can see here, it comes just ever so slightly, so I'm going to bring the boards out just in a curve on this section here, so that then it sort of kind of flows nicely, because otherwise if I push it back, I'm going to lose loads of track space that I can have tracks in, because I want to have about 2 or 3 running lines on this section. So if I keep it sort of fairly close here, then that's kind of what I wanted, just to sort of maximize the space. And then looking down there, so it will take, so it's about 3 meters in length going past that way. Let's move this light again, and then probably a little bit more than the 3 meters, and then it will go back into a curve into that corner again. Obviously I'll need quite a lot of track, but that's kind of the gist of where I'm at with the layout. So it's all in place. It just needs that sort of final fix now. The sanding down, the holes put in, the bracing. So I'm hoping that, you know, the next sort of few days or so, I should be able to, there or thereabouts, have it pretty much where I need to. I have now sort of, you know, double checked and made sure that everything's level. You know, everything's sitting where it needs to be. There's nothing that's, you know, sloping too bad or anything like that. Everything's like spirit levels all in the middle when I've pushed the baseboards down. So yeah, it's for the first time having to build all of this, it's been quite good. You know, there's things that I probably would have done differently. I think a couple of people have put about sort of adjustable feet underneath. Because nothing is fixed down yet, I've still got the option to do that. These frames are so light and stuff, so I can add in anything like that. So it's all going to things that I will kind of think about as I go and just do it as and when, because I definitely don't want to be starting to put track down and I haven't thought properly about, you know, bracing it and everything else. I don't think the carpet will stay either. It was just something that I found up here, and I just put it on there so that I'm not, you know, clomping about on the wooden boards too much, because the children will be downstairs. So I'm just going to have another little look at the chat. I hope you all liked having a sort of a brief look at what the of what it looks like and stuff. I hope it didn't make you feel too dizzy. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask. So people subbing to each other. That's great to see. Everyone like kind of supporting each other. There's so many people out there that have got channels and stuff that I'm subscribed to. And sometimes you just, you know, you see so much on there, you don't really, I forget that I haven't put a comment or a like on somebody's video in ages, and I'm sure that sometimes I don't get the proper notifications all the time as well. So, right, I'm just going to have a little catch up on the chat. So, sorry if I go a bit quiet for a moment, but I'll try and answer any questions. What era will you be modelling? So, my steam era is sort of 1930s to the 1945. That'll be the main basis of any locos that I do have. So this first board here is going to be just pure countryside. There'll be nothing on it but countryside scenes, you know, maybe some little farmhouses and stuff like that. And then if I spin you around, so that back section there, that's going to be like a town scene. So I'll have a lot more sort of like buildings and bits and pieces. And then if I get past this light, so this section here is going to be all about like sort of station scene. So that'll be all that will be going on in there. And then behind me is going to be sort of the tribute to my granddad. So my granddad was in the tank regiment, so there's going to be a few tanks. And I was thinking of even making sort of some, you know, air fixed planes and stuff and hanging them from the ceiling, just to kind of give it a little bit something a little bit different. And then for the top line, because I thought, you know, I can get away with having sort of more of a modern image thing if it's, you know, trains going through the countryside and stuff, or through any towns. I've got a class 52 Western, so I'm not too good on loco names or eras and stuff, but probably sort of 80s, 90s, I don't know, 60s to 80s, 90s, something like that. I don't go for the real sort of modern stuff, but it will be a bit of a mixture. But I think, you know, adding in a few diesel trains and stuff like that, you know, I've kind of grown to like them a little bit more. I need to do a lot more research on, you know, classes and eras and stuff like that, because, you know, I don't want to be getting it wrong. But, you know, I would like them to sort of match up a little bit. So I will have a little look in, a bit of research into it. But yeah, that's the kind of, you know, early sort of BR days. Right, just going back. So interesting lighting system. Yeah, it's a horrendous lighting system. But I mean, to be honest, they're for 3 sort of desk lamps and stuff. They're actually doing you know, a decent job. Because I'm thinking of putting like a bit of a modelling table in the middle here. They can clip onto the side of the table, and it'll give me some decent lighting. And then I'll see how well those LED lamps and stuff go. Railway 187. I'll need lots of backdrop pictures. Yeah, definitely. I've taken some pictures of Dunstable Down, so the second part of the channel name. So Hemel is obviously Hemel Hempstead, and then Down is for Dunstable Downs. And what I did is I went up there with the family. We went to Whipsnade Zoo, and they got some fantastic, you know, like open fields and stuff. You can see all over Dunstable and all the hillside and stuff. So I've taken a load of photos. So I'm going to see if I can get someone to get those printed up and stuff like that. So GWR Modelling and Steam Heritage Railway. So that's Ruben, I believe. I think that's your channel. It does ring a bell. If it's not, then I'm sorry, but I've got the wrong person. If you're looking for a super long single impact, speak to Jeff. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, I saw that on your live stream, because you had those 3 pictures that were done. So yeah, definitely gonna write that one down. Actually, I'm just gonna note it down on here, because I remember seeing that and then I completely forgot all about it. But that's a great idea, so thank you for that, Jason. You've been very helpful this week to me. So you can print up to 50 meters in one single piece. Oh, well, that would be amazing. Not that my layout's that big, but I'm thinking it's going to be at least what, 1, 2, 3, 4, probably about 6 meters, I think, ish. So for each stretch, that'd be really helpful. On the main line, thank you very much for joining. Good to see you. Yeah, I put you as a moderator a little while ago, and apologies to anybody that I haven't put. Stuart, I haven't put you as one. I will add you guys in, because I'm hoping that I will do, you know, quite a few more live streams now. I haven't put the camera on me because the camera on this one on the laptop is not great, and then with so many lights behind me, I just look like I've got sun damaged, or you can, well, not sun damaged, but like bleached. You can't see me. I did try with the camera. It's either too dark or too bright. So once I've got the lighting sorted and stuff, hopefully I'll put my ugly mush on the screen as well, and then I can actually talk face to face with you rather than just being hidden behind a camera. And that'll mean I actually have to do my hair as well, because I haven't done my hair, so I look an absolute state. I've still got bed hair. So I've had just time up in the loft and stuff. I've done nothing with it. Modeler's license, run whatever you like. Yeah, I think, yeah. I mean, I definitely will. It's just, I think, you know, when you get people saying you shouldn't run this and you shouldn't run that, yeah, I do get it. It is, you know, kind of your layout, and you can do what you like with it, really. I'm just gonna give a slightly different image for a few minutes. Have a look at some of those wagons. Yeah, it's kind of free to run whatever you want to, but I think, you know, for any photos and stuff like that I'll post up on the community tab, I would like a few things to match, or at least be close-ish. You know, I'm hoping that some of the, you know, because I mostly focus on the steam trains and stuff, hopefully I can get that more accurate than anything else. But, you know, I'll definitely be doing a mixture of stuff, especially while I'm kind of building up the collection as well. Hi Mark, it's okay to have different aerials on one layout, why not? I even run trains from different countries. Yeah, I've seen that. There's you know, so many different, you know, locos out there. I was looking through like some of the old Lima collection, and they got so much like continental stuff. And, you know, who knows? I mean, I find a decent enough loco, then why not? I mean, loco's a loco. Running sessions is a running session. So I definitely agree with you of that. So yeah, Jason, I'm definitely gonna email Jeff about those back scenes, because I'll definitely want to get those up as soon as I've built the raised section. So once I've done all the work to, you know, the bottom of these boards, what I'm going to do then is build the raised section but not have any track on it for the time being. I think I'm going to need so much track that it's going to be so expensive. I'm not going to be able to do sort of the whole 4 lines, or I think it was 5 or 6 lines that I'm thinking. It's going to take a while to build that up, but I kind of want to get, you know, the top section done and then the back scene up before anything else, because, you know, I want to cover up a lot of that wall and the gaps and everything else as well. So yeah, I'll definitely be looking into that very, very, very soon. And what I'll do is I'll post on the community tab a couple of those images and show you some of the scenes, because when we went up to the zoo, it was an absolutely beautiful day. You could see for absolute miles of all the fields and everything. So definitely for you know, this like countryside section, then I think it will look great. And yeah, lots of people sort of saying you kind of run what you want. So yeah, why not? Yeah, definitely agree. On the main line, how have you gotten to 598 subs so quickly? I'm still on 126. I don't know. I think I've shocked myself, really. And on the main line, I'm sure, you know, anybody on here would support your channel as well. I don't know. A lot of it, I think, is, you know, down to people, you know, like Jason. You know, I've been on his live streams. He's added me in for a couple of shout outs and stuff like that as well. And I think and very early on, I did one video for the Monday Club for Jennifer Kirk, and that was posted on there. And I think it's just, you know, if you're getting your tags right and stuff on there, and maybe, you know, the content that people do want to see, you know, and I make a lot of time for other people's channels. I try to join as many live streams as I can. I unfortunately have to work at like about sort of 8 o'clock on my nights, but I'm fortunate enough that I can have an earpiece in and still be able to sort of sit on my phone a bit. But I try to join as many live streams as I can, get involved with people, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it's happened. I'm actually quite shocked, but you know, I'm really appreciative. You know, appreciative. No, I'm really, I don't know. I'm really happy that, you know, I've got this far, and I hope it grows. It would be nice to get to the magic 1K. I'm not saying that I'm gonna get that far. I might just end up sitting at this sort of 598, whatever it was. I might sort of sit there for ages and not move anywhere. Sometimes it jumps up and then I end up losing like 5 or 6. It all just kind of depends. But, and I think, you know, with these channels, I think everybody kind of in the model railway community, they kind of support each other. Even if it's just dropping in a hi or a like or a comment on their videos, it all helps. The more that you see. So right, I'm just going to go and have get a webcam mark. Yeah, I've thought about doing more sort of or getting more cameras and stuff, but I don't really sort of want to over complicate it and stuff. I've just got a, you know, secondhand laptop, and I use my iPhone to do all my videos and editing, and using my iPhone to stream and stuff. So I hope that the image is not too bad. I'll just sort of pan around again, show something a little bit different. Not much going on, but hopefully the next time I do a live stream, maybe in a week or two, then there'll actually be a train running around that you can actually look at. But yeah, I mean, I'll think about upgrading equipment when it comes to it. As long as these are coming out okay for everyone, then, you know, I'll continue with this for now. But kind of, yeah, don't want to go out and spending any more money on equipment at the moment. So Will's just asking when I'll be laying the track. I don't know if I've covered that already, but I'll answer it now quickly. Click on the name. Click on the name in the chat. You can make something more live in the chat on YouTube. Click on the channel name in chat and select add as moderator. Okay, let's see if I can do that. Oh, look at that. Awesome. Thank you, Jason. See, I think you're just going to have to be like, I thought you had to copy it, go into settings and everything else. That's why I didn't really want to do it. Well, it's the complicated way of doing it, wasn't it? All those people that I sat there for ages adding in. So thank you again for that. When will I start laying track? Well, I'm hoping that I should have the majority of the bits and pieces done, hopefully by, because I'm in and out of work. I'm off for 4 days now, but obviously I need to have some sort of family time. So I'm going to probably not be up here for like tomorrow or anything. They're all back to school and work on Monday, and I have a day off, so I'll be up here doing as much as I can in the time that I have got. So I'm hoping that possibly Wednesday, because I work through the night, I'm going to sleep a bit of Wednesday day, which is my day off. But I'll probably sleep for a bit and then do some more. But I won't lay any track yet until I've got 100%, the board sorted. I need to order some wiring and stuff for the droppers, and then I need to think about giving the place a bit of a clean down as well. I want to get like the all the cobwebs out of the roof and all that sort of stuff, because I need to do all that. So I think I've sorted out a few people for moderator and that. So as I'm going through, if I see anybody, I will click on your name and sort you out as a moderator. Raymond Anthony 127, thank you very much for joining. I hope you're well. He said he's arrived all the way from the USA, so welcome. It's good to see that everybody's supporting each other. Lee has a live stream, so Lee goes live every Sunday at 5 p.m. I'm hoping that possibly I might be able to get on that as well. Just reading through the chat. So Andrew Dobson, if like me, seen a lot of locomotive rolling stock all through 5 to 6 eras, past and present. Unless you have a particular station and a period of, or a fan of branding, then it works for me. I mean, to be honest, I was going to start this channel and I was just thinking, okay, I'm going to do the LMS and the LNER, and I kind of limited myself to just too much. I didn't want to put too much on it. So for me, I thought, okay, let's split the channel in half. Let's have stuff about steam and about some diesel stuff, and then it kind of caters for everybody. I don't want to just be, stuck on one thing. I want to show a little bit of variety, just to give viewers a mixture of everything. I think not everybody enjoys steam locomotives, not everybody just enjoys diesel locomotives. So I just thought that I would mix the two, and hence the reason why doing 4 different style scenes as well, with like the countryside, a town scene, a station, and kind of a war-y, military, should I say, scene. I think it will just add a lot more variety to everything, and there's just so much scope that you can do with it in different videos. I think that's some of the important things for me. So I'm just moving this around a little bit so you don't keep getting bored of the same thing. So let's see if I can just, oh no, I've already added you as a moderator. I think I've seen, Newland Railway, Craig, welcome. Anthony says I got guilted into having some steam on my layout. Don't feel don't feel guilty. It's great to see it every now and then. Like I say, not everybody enjoys it. It's just one of those things that you know, I've always enjoyed having steam on my layout, but I think seeing everybody else's channels, I've kind of grown to like a few more things. Lost my trail of thought then. So yeah, Newton Railway, thank you for joining. And I've just Addy Pullen. I'll add you as a moderator as well. Thank you very much for joining me. Like I say, anyone, if you've all been made moderators and stuff, if you want to throw your links into the channel and sub each other up, that's absolutely fine by me. Railway 187, I've just added you as a moderator too. Thanks to Jason at Barnabas Junction, who's teaching me how to use StreamYard and everything while I'm going. Sorry, just reading through. So Alan Reynolds, good afternoon, Mark. Great to see you, Alan. Good to see some progress on your layout. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been some hard work up here. All admiration to you and your layout. It's yeah, it's taken a lot, and I haven't really done that much. Although, yeah, laying the flooring was quite a tough, dirty job. I didn't enjoy doing the flooring. But then, like I said in one of my videos, I can't sit there and say I haven't put any effort into this layout. So it does feel like I'm achieving every day. The videos at the beginning of the week, so I posted quite a few that sort of progress videos. You can see that it's come on so far, and to be sitting up here with a chair and some solid baseboards now is really surreal. Yeah, it feels great. I'm absolutely buzzing to get on with the next bit. Northern Rails 44 says that I should do a weekly. I would, but unfortunately I have a really weird work pattern. So I work 6 nights in a row. I have 1 day off, then I work another night, and then I have 4 days off. So that's like over 2 weeks work. So like the Wednesday, which is my day off, I'm kind of like really shattered, and I don't know whether I need to keep my sleep routine because I work the one random day. So what I'm thinking is possibly doing a stream sort of maybe this time, but every 2 weeks. So it'll be a sort of a 2 weekly thing. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. Maybe a 2 weekly stream, and then I can show you some progress that sort of kind of goes up here, and then pump out a video once a week, because I won't be able to do more than once a week. My videos come thick and fast when I've got a few days off work, but now I'll be going into next weekend I'll be working for the 6 days in a row, so now I'm on my 4 days off, if that makes any sense to you. I nearly lost myself then. So just having a little catch through. So yeah, everyone's been made moderators and stuff, hopefully, so that everyone's subbing away, which is great, and everyone's supporting each other. Hopefully, I'm strongly considering getting some LMS stock to run alongside the LNER stock. I mean, yeah, to be honest, some of the like the Crimson Lake stuff, I mean, this was, I think, £3.90 or something off of eBay. A couple of those, I know it's Lima and it's not top of the range stuff, but you get yourself some some cheap sort of wagons like this and stuff. You know, I've got some old coaches and that you know, they're not bad quality at all, really. You know, I don't go for the all singing and dancing stuff because I can't afford that at the moment. But you know, you can pick yourself up some bargains out there. So I think it's a good idea to have a little bit of variety. And you know, the invitation will still there for you to pop down and maybe run some of your locos when I got my DCC stuff sorted, or if you've got any analog stuff. So you could always create a couple of videos down on my layout. You're more than welcome. I hope the sound's coming okay. I realise that I'm moving away from near the mic and stuff. I'm just going back through the chat, but it's just jumping around. So I've caught up. Yeah. So hi Mark, it might be a good idea to have two different zones on the layout. Modern trains can run through a heritage village and the steam locomotives can go to the modern town for yeah, that's kind of the thought process between the lower and the higher is almost like two sort of zones, if you see what I mean. You know, I can add in some modern image buildings that I can not film if I'm filming sort of a steam running session, for example. So yeah, I need to be quite sort of smart with how I do it, but I think I can achieve it by having the sort of two zone idea that you're talking about. So yeah, I definitely think that's the way forward. I'd say it just gives you loads of scope and different videos that you know you can do and stuff. By the way, my goal is 200, so any help would be appreciated. Yeah, I'm sure you'll get there on the main line. Thing is, I mean, I wouldn't keep focusing on it, and the subs will come. You know, people will sub to you in time and stuff. Yeah, I think I got very focused when I think it was about sort of 200. I was like, oh, I've got to get to 500. I've got to put out loads of videos. I've got to do a running session. It will just happen. You know, if people enjoy your content, they'll sub to you. You'll get them. So Raymond Anthony's Steam is timeless. Yeah, definitely. I know there's some BR Steam locos out there, and if I wanted to run sort of a heritage line or something, I can have them run up on the top line as well. So yeah, I can definitely add it in to all different things. So I definitely agree with you on that one. Alan, I've never been a moderator before. I must do a live myself. See, Alan, if you want to pop, I've made you a moderator, so if you wanted to pop a link to your channel or anybody else's channel that you know of, then, that's why I kind of gave you, or everybody that comes on here, moderator status. I'm really happy for anybody to promote their own channel, add in links to YouTube channels. That's absolutely fine. That's what it's there for. And I'm not very good on these live streams. I mean, there's some great live streams that I watch out there, and they can talk with so much confidence and stuff, but it takes me kind of a while to get going with it. But it kind of comes. I'm still learning, having a few prompts and stuff like that. And I've always said, Alan, if you ever wanted to, even if it was just running some trains in the background or something, you didn't want to come on screen, maybe I'll be happy to sort of send you a link, and all you'd have to do is just click the join button. Maybe if you wanted to do that on one of mine on a Saturday sometime, if you was ever free, just let me know in the future. And same with anybody, you know, once they get the trains up and running, if they want to join in, and I do make this a regular thing, maybe I'll put a thing up in the community tab and see if anybody actually is interested in it and wants to, for me to do the live every other Saturday. You know, if it proves popular, then I'll definitely do that. Right, going back. Awesome work. You can get a custom URL once you pass 100. Just letting you know. Oh, I didn't even know that, so I'll definitely have a check into that. Everyone's subbing. The Angel shares. Brian, I hope you are well. Thank you for joining. I've just popped you in as a mod as well, so if you want to pop your channel link in. My layout is not British, but I've recently started collecting Hornbeam, trying and rolling stock. Yeah, no, do check out 187s. It's just moved up into the Loft as well, and does have a really good mixture of locomotives and rolling stock and stuff. So everyone talking to themselves, talking amongst themselves, not talking to themselves. That'd be quite weird, wouldn't it? So Will's saying that he starts at 3 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, my whole body clock is just out the window. I didn't work yesterday. It was my day off. But I woke up at like 5 a.m. and now I'm feeling tired. So it's all a bit crazy when my sleep is now. People saying that they like the four-wheeled wagons. I thought your baseboards were going to be open frames. That's from Alan. Yeah, I was going to, but then I thought, you know, if I ever move, I'd want to take it with me and be able to take it down like quite quickly. So that's the whole reason that I've made it onto these boards. They're the same width as the loft hatch. It will all just easily whip the legs off, and I'll be able to take them downstairs. Sorry, I just Mark will private message you and everybody. Thank you, Andrew. Let me know. Yeah, I look forward to speaking to you. Either let me know through email or I'm on Facebook as well. But yeah, take care of yourself and thank you very much for joining. Alan, yeah, so yeah, that was the whole reason. It's just basically the ease of being able to take it out if I needed to. I'm not really planning on going anywhere, but yeah, it was just that just in case. I didn't want to have too much open framework and stuff like that. And I don't think, well, I've looked at your layout and the way that you've built up all the frames and the different levels and stuff. And to be honest, my skills in that, I don't think I'd be able to do it. It was hard enough getting these level and cutting them the right length, let alone making it really complicated. So, you know, I absolutely admire what you've done with your layout and stuff. But yeah, for me, I think I was just a little bit too overcomplicated, and just kind of, yeah, I'm the kind of play it safe kind of person. But I'm hoping that, you know, with the added layer and with the scenic work, I can sort of add a bit of texture and variety to it, which will probably make it quite interesting. Also, just seeing that St. Blazy has joined. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining. I won't be going on too much longer because I realised I was only really going to do sort of an hour, and it's been about an hour and 15 now. So So I'll do another quick little sort of tour of the layout again and just kind of show you briefly the baseboards and what eras and stages I'm going to be doing, because Brian's put in here he's still doing some World War II stock, etc., on your new layout. So yeah, I will be, and I'll show you kind of where that area is going to be. People still sub into each other. I already do 2 streams, my own and a co-host with Artie. Wow. Yeah, Anthony, I did get to join yours on Friday, but when yours start, that's when I start work. So I kind of join, say hello, and then I'm just listening in. And that's how I have to do it with most people's now. Or I do try and catch up. If I haven't joined, I do try and catch up on my lunch break, because I get an hour's break through the night. So I just sit there and quickly try and get an hour's in of YouTube, so I'm not watching at home. Thanks, Mark, for organising this stream. Thanks to your stream. I also have some more interesting channels. Yeah, that's definitely what it's about. It's all about helping each other out, and there's some fantastic channels on there. Everybody's got great channels in their own way. And yeah, we'll definitely have to organise a meet up this year. We said we was going to do it last year, but obviously with all the COVID stuff, then we couldn't. Thank you, Jason, for your support. Really appreciate you popping that in for me. So Alan says, what size did your layout end up being? So the main straights are about 22 foot, or maybe just a fraction under 22 foot. And then it's 11 foot in width, with what will then be added. So that's just the main running loops. But there's still another 8 foot to add in for 2 foot yards. So another 16 foot to add. But that's not going to happen anytime yet. I'm just going to be focusing on the main loops. I'm just happy with anyone that comes in to watch stupid cartoons, cool trains, and hear my babble. It's great. I love your thing on Friday. It's my Friday night TV before I started my night job. And 187, I'll definitely have a look at that. Hi, Brooke. Thank you very much for joining. Good to see you. And thank you for just popping in and visit. I think it's going okay. And yeah, nearly at 600. Yeah, I can't believe it myself. Right, so just quickly, while I've got some new people here and stuff, I'll just grab a drink. I'll pan you round again. Briefly, I'm sorry to those that have already seen this part, but just for the new people that have joined, I'll just sort of give you a brief show around and a quick explanation, and then I'm going to have to head downstairs and finish up the stream. So, thank you for everybody that's been inputting. I hope that I've managed to answer everybody's questions that's been in the chat. I'm going to have a little think about what I'll do for my next live stream. And I'll post a poll up to see if you want one every couple of weeks or so. Because then I can put a little bit more content into what I'm doing. So whether it be sort of, laying some track and stuff like that. So just have a drink. I went down the wrong hole. Right, let's go on a little tour again and go past my dodgy lighting. So for those that have not seen just this section, so this is just currently the section that I'm sitting in. Got some rather dodgy lighting going on. just up in here. I am waiting on getting some sort of LED lighting and stuff. It's the laptop that I'm currently using, just perched up on one of the baseboards here. So the main stretch of the baseboards, so you've got 2 foot in width, and then back section here, which is the 11 foot. I've still got a little bit of stuff exposed there. I need to do some of the boarding around the corner there. I've still got that to sort out. So the first curve here will be a 4th radius curve, in the one that you can see in front of you, and then I will flexi track out some slightly more gentle curves the further out that they go. And then at the back of that, I'm going to have a raised section. Jason quite rightly said it's about 4 inches high, and then I'll have a twin track on the top there, and possibly 2 to 3 lines down the bottom as well. So this section at the back or behind me will be the military themed section. Quite like Paul Volsman's channel, where he's made all those model aircrafts and stuff. And what I'm going to do is probably sort of on fishing line is just hang a few sort of planes over the track in the sort of scales that they are, and a couple of little tanks and stuff, just as a tribute thing to my granddad. And then moving down here, so we've got the main straight. This is going to be my station area. I'm thinking that it can be about a 10 or 12 car station. The station on the straights here are about 3 meters in length, so you know I can get a decent rake in there, and build some sort of bespoke platforms and stuff like that. There's diesel still hanging out the wall, and then going back down into this corner here, so then this is where the town scene will be. And then as you can see, like behind these boards here, if you can look at the back of the, so I've got this space that I'm in now, I've got exactly the same on the other side of this chimney breast, so I could potentially have another 11 foot going that side to that wall, but I'm thinking sort of an 8 foot fiddle yard and storage area for rolling stock, coaches and everything else that would then join up with the main loop that comes onto here. And then I can bring trains out and then bring them off into that back section over there. So then this will then come round into a like a town scene, still on the raised section, so the raised section will match the whole loop round here. And then this side here will be then my it's rather messy, so I do apologize. This will then be like the countryside section, and what I'm thinking of is having it sort of like S-bend all the way through this section, so that you can it just gives a little bit more variety and movement to the trains, rather than just sort of them going in a straight line. There'll be a little bit more sort of weaving in and out some rivers and stuff like that, and built up hillside and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the brief tour. I've got all of this space in the middle, so I've got I put down this old carpet that I found in here. It's absolutely hideous color, it looks awful, some sort of green swirly effect carpet, but yeah, I just put it down because I didn't want to be clonking around on the floor too much. So what I've got in the middle here is sort of a 7 foot space that if I did ever want to extend another couple of foot on these boards, I'm not really going to lose any space in the middle. But I'm thinking of having sort of a workbench in the middle here, because I say there's so much space that I could get my bed in here. It's absolutely massive in the middle. So, you know, there's scope to do more, you know, whether it's slightly lower level or I don't know. Yeah, but that's all stuff for in the future. I haven't really thought of what I'll do with that. I'm just going to enjoy the little bit of space and use it to do a little bit of modeling and everything. So let's just pop it back on there, and I'm just gonna once more go through the chat. I hope you liked the tour, and I'm sorry for those of you that have seen the tour for the second time. I just wanted to kind of include everybody that had joined and stuff. So let's have a little check through, see what I have and haven't missed. Oh, Oscar Paisley's channel. Oh, brilliant channel that. Yeah, that is definitely a good watch. That does a lot of like the triangle stuff as well. Railway 187, I think you're going. So thank you very much for joining. Brian says good stream, mate. Got some new channels to go and check out now. Loft is coming along nicely. Thank you very much. It's been hard work, but it's definitely at that stage now where I can be like, yes, I can get some trains running or get some track down. I was talking for months. I think I haven't done a live stream for about 4 months, and that was my last one of like my sort of running sessions and stuff. And it's every day has pained me not to have a layout. And now I'm at that stage where I'm so close now to being able to get some track and some trains running. I get jealous watching everybody's trains running around. There, so right, let's go back to the chat. Everyone's saying, Mark, you've just hit 600 subscribers. Wow, blimey. Well, thank you, everyone. Don't know how I managed to do that, but thank you to the new people that have joined, and a couple of people that have, well, 3 people that have got me over the line since I've been on the stream. I think I was on 596, so my 4 people. So yeah, welcome and thank you. Bogdan Regis, Chris is engaged. Welcome, thank you very much. Just made you moderator as well. With all the work you have done up there, I'm amazed how tidy it is. No, that's being careful with your camera and not showing you the state of the floor. And I did have my 2 daughters up here with me, quickly tidying up before the live stream. But yeah, there's tools and blocks of wood all behind me, all over the floor. I haven't swept up all half of the sawdust. It's all underneath this little bit of carpet that I shoved over the top. So I'm going to get up here and do a bit of a tidy up properly. I've still got a lot of all the cobwebs and everything to get off the ceiling and stuff. Are you going to fill those corners with a 45-degree angle? You are losing a lot with square corners. Yes, Alan. I was talking before at the beginning of my stream. So I've got the 4th radius curves, but if I bring my track in a bit, they hang over the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add in some decent sized corners that I can either put, some sort of scenic bit on it, and sort of curve it round a little bit. So yeah, I'm definitely going to add something into those corners because I don't want a load of dead space. That'll just be a bit of a shame not to put anything on there, and it'll definitely help with the curves on there as well. I can bring them forward a little bit and add some space for them as well. Nice tribute, Mark. Mine is a tribute to my great uncle. Yeah, I think it's nice to have some sort of tribute and stuff. I mean, I was in my previous video, I said that I was at that point where my granddad had, he built all the baseboards, he put the floor down, I put some track on there, and then I never saw him again until I saw him in hospital. So, for me, this is what, some of my biggest motivation is to, you know, kind of get back what I lost, and then, you know, put a spin of, you know, some essence of him into it as well, because I know that he would have enjoyed seeing me doing it all those years ago, and hopefully maybe he's looking down now and can see that I'm doing what I'm doing. So yeah, that's kind of one of my biggest motivations. And my other motivation is all you guys. You know, you've been you know, absolutely amazing to me, you know, for supporting my channel, giving me advice. Yeah, no, I really appreciate it. 600 subs, thank you guys, I really appreciate it. Hi Brooke, thank you very much for joining. Everyone posting up. I'll try and join as long as I feel okay. 5 p.m. Yeah, I'll probably do, yeah, 5 o'clock or maybe 5:30. I'll see how that fits in with like the family and stuff. But yeah, if people are interested, I'll pop a little poll up for it, and we just have a vote on it. If I don't want to do it and nobody's able to join, or it's the wrong time for them and stuff like that, because I think it's good that, you know, we'll get in here at some point and have a chat. I'd like to keep, you know, sort of a kind of Q&A thing, because I think you can put stuff on videos, and it's all sort of very staged, isn't it? Doing a video and a live, you know, you kind of have to answer the questions that are in the chat, so it's a good opportunity for anybody to actually sort of speak to me in person, that's, you know, supporting my channel. So anyone heard from Mark at Main Trainee Support? No, I did search for, after you posted your last video, Alan, I did have a look myself to see if I could see his channel, and it's definitely been taken down. I'm not sure who else. I'll try and have a think, see who else that I know that he's done some mentions to that might know of him and stuff. But no, I've sadly not heard anything, and I do hope that everything's okay. Maybe it's just something to do with the move, but yeah, if you do hear anything, you know, please let me know as well, because yeah, I was really cracking on with his layout after doing all his river scene and everything like that. Yeah, so a little bit strange, and I hope that everything's okay and it's just temporarily been taken down. So right, I'm going to kind of wrap this up now, so I'm just going through the chat. People saying they've got tributes to their family. Yeah, Will, yeah, I know that. Yeah, you've got those locos. So yeah, it's fantastic that people do that, and I think it's a great way of showing something that you're passionate about, isn't it? Excuse me. A quick drink. Northern Rails 44. 8, but fortunately survived. Wow, what a fantastic story! And hats off to your great uncle. Oh, Brian's got an update there for you, Alan. He's cancelled his channel for now. He's going to concentrate on model railways, maybe start a new channel in the future. He's maybe start a new channel in the future, he says. Oh, that's great. Oh, you've just seen that as well. Sorry, I was a little bit slow on catching up. See you later, Lee. Thank you very much. And St. Blazy. Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that. I think it was such a shame to hear the news about Somerset Andy. I was absolutely shocked when I looked onto, you know, Danny's channel, and just saw how emotional he was. You know, and I didn't know the guy. I didn't really sort of speak to him, but I always left a comment on his videos and watched his videos and stuff. yeah, absolutely gutting. So, you know, R.I.P. Andy. Such a loss, and I hope everyone just sort of focuses on, you know, the positive stuff that he did do, and I'm sure if you guys have got layouts and doing what you're doing, he'll be watching down on it. So yeah, such a shame. Yeah, such a shame. Right. So just gonna wrap this up now. I hope that you've kind of enjoyed my first ever live in the loft. It's been 4 months or so since I've done a live stream, so apologies if there's been some awkward silence, or kind of repeated myself, or I've just waffled on and you've not really understood what I'm saying. It takes a bit of getting used to these lives. It's a bit nerve-wracking, just talking to the camera and sort of thinking off the top of your head. But I'm trying to grow more and more in confidence, and just, you know, with the channel as well. But I just wanted to kind of share with you and say thank you for the 500 subs. That was originally what it was for. But whilst I've been on here, I've managed to get to 600. So thank you very much for the 600. And for the 600, I was thinking about doing a running session. So if I stay at 600 in a couple of weeks, hopefully that can be a reality. We can actually get into running some locos, which would be great. So yeah, watch out on the channel over the next few weeks, because I'll be putting quite a few polls out there just to kind of gauge where you're at with what you're thinking. You want to see next from me and stuff. I'll continue to post videos out, but I'm just talking in sort of terms of lives, just to kind of get a gauge on what you want to see. So if you can, you know, please vote on those. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody that's you know, supported me today. It's been a real pleasure to have everybody join on the channel today. I think, you know, I've had over sort of 27 likes, it says on here. So there's 27 people that have popped in, which is absolutely fantastic. Don't think I've reached that high before. So yeah, I've already enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed kind of seeing the progress that I've made over the last 3 weeks or so. It's been about three weeks. Yeah, I think it's about 3 weeks. Yeah. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I've done. I hope you think it looks good. There's still quite a lot of work to do. Obviously, I've got, you know, the legs to put in. I've still got to sand it all down, and it's got to be painted, and the wiring bits. There's still all that to do. But yeah, it's a work in progress, and if I can just get one loop in, I can finally get a running session in, because I'm a little bit like Alan Reynolds. So I need to have a running session fix, you know, just to sit back and just see a train running around. There could be nothing else on the layout done, but just seeing a loco move is, you know, is massive. I just love watching the trains go by. So, but I'm not going to rush it. You know, I want to make sure that everything's fine and everything first. So, yeah, thank you to everyone that's joined. I really do appreciate it. Your support has been amazing. I hope that you all enjoy each other's channels. I know there was a lot of subbing and sharing and stuff like that going on. So I do hope that you enjoy and check out everybody's channels. Thank you, Jason. I really appreciate that. I have tried. I've just not making any notes and just sort of, you know, run with it and see how I do. But hopefully they will get better as time goes on. And thank you for your support once again. I really appreciate those messages that you sent me the other day. That was really helpful. And you learn. So Craig, I'm now digging out my boards so I can run some stock. Oh, awesome. I've been collecting for quite a while, so that'll be definitely good. I look forward to that. Raymond, thank you very much for your support. I'm glad you've enjoyed it, and thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. And right, yeah. So, sorry, reading more messages. Yeah. So thank you everyone for joining. I will pop a video out in the next week or so. But I'm gonna get off now and get downstairs, because otherwise I'll be in trouble. Off the cuff live streams are always the best, makes conversation so more natural. Yeah, I've just tried to let it sort of flow a little bit, to be honest. I haven't tried to put too much thought into it. I think before I've tried to sort of plan it, and it didn't work for me. So I just thought, look, you know what? Today I'm just going to go with what I can. So, Crazy Joe 67, thank you very much for joining. Unfortunately, I'm just about to wrap it up now, but please feel free to have a little look through. Maybe skip back sort of 15 minutes or so, and then you'll see a bit of a little tour of what I've been doing up here. Right, so yeah, thank you everyone, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.